if you really want to find love, and I like this example because it really kind of works. I don't know how many of you have heard about a bird of paradise in New Guinea. They have a number of different kinds of birds of paradise, and they have incredible colors and feathers. But there's one kind that knows exactly how to find the love of his life. And he does it in the way that I'm going to recommend to you. And that is, he doesn't go out to bird bars and look for other chicks. He doesn't do that. He doesn't. He doesn't go on to a site where they got all the good-looking birds and just, you swipe left, swipe right, and all of that. He doesn't look for love like you're buying a car, which is a lot of people are taught to do these days. You go online and say, does it have this one, does it have this one, does it have this one? Where is that person? I got to go out. And I had a woman work with me years ago. She was a really attractive woman. She had been divorced about 8 or 9 years, and she was going out to places. And she said to me one time, she said, I can't find anybody. And I said, why? She says, there are no good men in South Florida. I said, what do you mean? She said, well, yeah, last weekend I went out to this singles dating event. It was a whole bunch of singles people, and there were no good men there. I said, tell me, how long were you there? Because I knew something was up. She said, about 20 minutes. I said, how many people were there? She said, 60. I said, how many were men? She said, half. I said, in 20 minutes, you went through 30 men and figured out there were no good men there? And she started to laugh. And I said, I don't think you're really open to the possibility. Now, this bird of paradise that I want you to know about is called a bower bird, B-O-W-E-R. And what this bird does, the male, is he's out in the jungle. He finds a little plot of land, probably about as big as the corner of this room. It's jungle. It's all this kind of stuff all over the floor of it. And he decorates it. He goes meticulously through every part of that. He moves twigs out. He builds a little kind of container area for it. And he even brings in bits of colored flowers and other things to make it beautiful. It's incredible. You can watch this on YouTube if you want to. When it's all ready, he waits. And the female comes and looks at this beautiful place, and she decides, that's the one for me. He didn't have to leave home to find her. Now, that's really, really, really important, because that's how I found mine too. I didn't leave home. But what happens is, about 750 years ago or so, in the 13th century, the most powerful and most revered spiritual poet, his name was Jalaluddin Rumi. You probably already know him. It's R-U-M-I. He wrote something about finding love. He said, you don't have to seek for love. What you have to do is to remove your inner barriers to receiving it. That's what this bird is doing. He's cleaning out all the barriers so that this female bird can show up and say, that's mine. That's mine. So it's not always an easy thing to get people to believe this, but what we need to do if we really want to find the love of our lives is not go online. I'm not saying dating services are terrible. I'm just saying you don't have to do that if you open the space in here. And if that space is not open, Mr. or Miss Right can walk right up to you and right by, and you won't even notice it, because the space has not been, the nest has not been made in your heart.